Howdy, folks, and welcome to another day in the Milky Way. And tonight we're talking about meditation with Nina the Mystic. Thank you for being here.
Hey, I'm glad to be back. Thank you for having me.
Oh, well, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. And I love that you know about meditation because so many people don't. And so tonight we're going to be talking about that. Now, you did a video on the guided Anakarana meditation, and we're going to do a little review of that, and then you can give me some other takes on meditation tonight, and we'll see where it goes from there. But let's you want to jump right into the video?
You can, sure. We can watch the video a little bit, and then I can explain maybe more of what I'm doing or whatever you want to do, Robert.
Okay, let's see. I'll get you right into this here spot. And we got to present it, and bada bing, bada boom. Make sure I put the sound on, and here we go. Look at that. It's like you did it just like yesterday.
Well, you won't be disturbed, hopefully. The only thing that you really need is a chair. Somewhere to sit where you can have your back straight and your feet firmly planted on the ground. Okay, so I'm gonna actually switch screens.
See with this, I've been telling people, and I always thought that you had to this is what made me avoid meditation, was having to curl my legs up on the ground and sit on the floor in one of those yogi positions. You know what I mean?
And that's great and all, if you're able to do that. Most people, especially at our age, aren't able to sit there and cross our legs like that. I find for myself, my legs go numb, the blood circulation gets cut off. And so I don't like sitting on the floor either. I've even bought a special meditation bench that I can sit on, that my legs go underneath and everything. Still, my legs fall asleep. So that doesn't work. So, just sitting in the chair, like I said there, works great. The whole idea is to have your back straight. That's kind of the important, and have your feet firmly planted on the ground. Now, if you can do this outside and have your feet on the grass, that would be even better, because now you're actually grounding onto the earth as well, which is called grounding. So that's a whole nother thing, but that would be even better. But most people, just do it inside. It's just all visualizing that, and we'll get into it more with the video here. But
okay, yeah. Let's get back to the video then.
Here, so that you guys can look at the Anakarana symbol here in front of you. So I chose this one over my custom logo simply because of the colors. It's really easy to kind of connect and open this one, I find, because of the bright coloring. So that's why I chose this one here. But either one, it doesn't matter which Anakarana that you have that you want to focus on. Either way, it's going to work for you. Okay, but so throughout this meditation, I want you to just gaze upon the sigil of the Anakarana. You could say symbol, sigil is kind of the same thing. So you just gaze upon it. That's all you have to do. You don't really have to think about it too much. You will, however, after a while, start to notice that it might start to pop out, or it looks like it's moving, or it's highlighted. That is actually opening the sigil. That's what you're doing there, opening up the symbol, which means that the symbol is being activated and is going to be working for you. And that's the whole idea about the merch that I sell, is that no matter where you see the Anakarana, even if you're just standing in line up somewhere, or you can just gaze upon somebody else wearing it, you can actually open it and use the symbol for you. So it's really neat to be able to wear something like this that you can then use at any time that you want to. So that is so cool. So that is why I'm selling it. But so I want you to focus on the symbol here now then for the duration of this meditation. We are going to start with breathing. I hope that you are sort of familiar with some of the stuff. If you've seen my previous videos, I'm sure you are. But either way, we're going to go through it here now. This is why you're here. So I want you to start with the breathing in fours. I call it 4 fours. So you breathe in for 4 seconds, right? You count to 4 on the inside as you're breathing in. Then you hold it for 4 seconds. Okay. Then you breathe it out for 4 seconds. Then hold it again for 4 seconds.
Can we just stop it for 1 second here, Rose?
Breathe in for 4.
Yes, that's just okay. Go
There's
ahead.
a couple of things that I realized after I watched it, right? Because I just this is one take. There's no editing or any of that stuff. I just did it in one take. So first of all, the other reason why I chose this one is because it's the chakra colors, and this is chakra meditation. I forgot to say that. That's another reason why I like this one. And another thing too. So breathing in through your nose. Okay, and then breathing out with perched lips. I kind of forgot about that as well. And I think I put it in the comments later or whatever. But yeah, in through the nose, hold it, and then out through the mouth with perched lips kind of thing. So just wanted to put that in there.
Yeah, because breathing is a very important thing, regardless if you're
Yes.
doing meditation or not. I mean, people do it in yoga. I hear about breathing all the time. If you can control your breathing, you can really master a lot of things. You know, I mean, is that not true? I mean,
oh yeah, like you know, when doing anything spiritually, I'm going to start with the breathing, because getting that oxygen in there, you know, it does something into your brain, your body. It actually it makes it easier for you to connect with spirits. So we always do this kind of breathing before we do any of this kind of spiritual work. So yeah, very important.
okay, back to the video.
Hold it for 4, out for 4, hold it, then in. Continue that 4 times. So essentially 4 deep breaths, okay, as you're sitting there, placing your feet firmly on the ground. Preferably, if you're able to do it barefoot, I do recommend, and even better, if you can actually have the ground, you know, the grass, the ground, whatever ground you have underneath your feet, because you're actually grounding. That's a grounding technique in itself. Just walking outside, which they call grounding or earthing, or whatever you want to call it. Just connecting with the nature just this way is awesome. So if you're able to do that, I mean, great. But if not, you know, most of us are inside somewhere, especially if we want to have it quiet. We want to have pets and kids and stuff like that out of the way. Hopefully your phone is shut off and put away somewhere so you're not going to get disturbed. That is kind of the main idea here. So this is, you know, going to be your time. And yeah, so let's just get into it, okay? So I'm just going to start breathing. You know now how to do it. And I'm going to start with the ding of my the bowl here, and I'm also going to end. So when you hear the ding at the end, you know it's over. There's no rush with opening up your eyes or anything like that. You take your time. You do what you need to do, okay? But if you have any questions or you need to get a hold of me for whatever reason, just go to ninathemystic.net. And pretty much all my links are there.
Don't go to ninathemystic.net.
It's gone now. That's probably the best way. So without further ado, I'm gonna get going. So sit back and enjoy. All right, so let's start with breathing in. Okay, so we're gonna do the force 4 times. So
You know, for doing this in one take, you did really good sound effects on there for hearing your breathing and the bell and the whole 9 yards. I tell you,
You know, it's
I was
funny
like,
because I have another fellow that I'm watching. His bell, you can never hear it for some reason.
oh
It's
yeah,
like
yes,
doesn't pick up the pitch or something. But yeah, or I don't know if you want to play this whole thing. I mean,
yeah.
people
I'm
can
gonna
watch this
fast.
on their
That's why I
own time. But
stopped. I thought, well, you know, you got
yeah,
what's
you know, I hate
minutes here,
watching
and
myself too. I don't like watching myself.
The energy from Mother Gaia and
yeah.
the crystal. Visualizing it going up the roots.
Why don't
going
I
up-
just explain about what it is rather than
Yeah,
walking
yeah,
this?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, because otherwise we're just sitting there for 20 minutes. I don't know if people want to do it or not. I'm hoping that maybe Robert will put the link to this video in the
I
description.
will. I'll be putting in a link. People can go there
Yeah,
and check it
then you
out.
guys
You know,
do it on your own time. Yeah, because
yeah.
it is something that you got to do on your own time. Like I said, you know, find a spot that's private, it's quiet, and all that kind of stuff. Or turning off your phone. And it's kind of funny because I'm listening to Robert's phone dinging, dinging, dinging. You know, so it is important that, you know, in order for you to have some quiet time, that to get rid of that phone, like turn it off. My phone is turned off most of the time. I only turn my phone on if I know I'm expecting something. Otherwise, I don't, because you know, the only people that call are, you know, solicitors and stuff. Nobody calls anymore. So so in order to just get peace and quiet, I just do that. But yeah, basically, what this is using the Antakarana to open up your chakras. Okay, so it is a chakra meditation. And so as you're gazing upon the sigil, it would be even better if it was on black. I like it better on black, to be honest, but I didn't have that option. But you start gazing on it, you'll see it start popping out. Then you're going to start visualizing the Antakarana here spinning around, because there are kind of like arms, you know, like 3/7, some people like to call it, or whatever you want to call it. But imagine this thing spinning around. You know, it's almost like a drill of some sort, you know. So if you visualize this, starting at your root chakra, of course, so I go up all the way up through the chakras there, starting at your root, and visualizing it going into your chakra and spinning around inside your chakra, which is going to loosen up any old stagnant energy. You know, anything that blocks you, like your root chakra, especially is where your fears and your worries will go, you know, and basic survival stuff. Like if you get frightened, or if anything happens, you get stressed out, you kind of keep it in there in your root chakra. So that one's usually blocked a lot, I find. It's kind of like one of the ones that are probably the block the most. And so you go through and you take as much time. I'm going through it kind of fast in there. I think it's only like 20 minutes or something like that. You can do this meditation at your own pace. So once you've done it once or twice, then you'll know what to do. You won't need to watch me doing it anymore. You can go and do it on your own time somewhere out in nature would be great. If you go by the river or something like that, it's sitting on the ground. You don't even have to be sitting in a chair. You can be sitting on the ground, as long as your back is straight, because you want that energy to go up your spine, right? That's the whole idea. And so, yeah, you start at your root. And then, like I said, once you know how to do it, you spend as much time as you need on each chakra, because that's going to be different for each person on how stuck it is or not, right? How, you know what I mean? So what I have here is just a blueprint, really. And then you take it and you take as much time as you need to open up all these chakras, because that's essentially in our spiritual walk here. That's essentially what we need to do in order to stay spiritually healthy. If our chakras are blocked, we're blocked. You know, people say, well, I'm blocked. There's something that this doesn't happen for me, or I can't do this, or things aren't working out for me. I don't know what it is. I'm just not in the flow. Well, that's probably because your chakras are clogged up. They're not spinning. It's like a wheel in there, and it needs to be drilled out, essentially, all that gunk in there, so that this wheel can go freely. So that's what this chakra is all about, is using the Antakarana to loosen up all your chakras so that they are healthy, right, and spinning freely. And after you've done it, I can guarantee you're going to feel a lot better. I know I do. It's awesome, you know. So with this, we do the breathing, we do grounding, then we do the chakras, and then we release it all back to the universe to be used for something good. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Go and check it out. Link will be down in the description here to go and get the free meditation and use it. And leave us some comments if you have tried it, or if you are going to try it. Leave us some comments as to how it's working for you. Like, what did you think? Leave me some feedback.
Yeah. It's simple and good. It's the big thing is it's pretty much one of those things you can do almost for free, because it doesn't cost you. It ain't like you got to go to a class. You don't have to have a bunch of participants. You don't have to have special material. You don't have to, you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it in quiet time with nobody around, or, whatever, in a quiet room or something. And, it's for you, and it's to clear everything out. Like you said, clear your chakra paths like a road, and it's got a bunch of rocks on it. You're paving the way.
Exactly. Well, you want energy to flow freely up, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the way out. That's the idea. Then that's when you're really feeling good and in the flow, and things are going for you. Otherwise, yeah, you're blocked. You really, literally are clogged up and blocked. So yeah, and this, you can find this online. If you want to just print it out or something like that and hang it on the wall so that you can be staring at it that way. Or I do have some merch, obviously, if you're interested in that, wearing a shirt and whatever. It does help out the channel, and it gives you an opportunity to have that sigil, So, but it is free online if you just want to print it out as well. So either way, the idea is for you to become healthy, right? And using meditation techniques in order to get healthy, physically, mentally, spiritually, every which way, so. Yeah.
You can see the thing. Of course, the guy's sitting, cross-legged again, but that doesn't mean anything. You got your crown up here. There's bunches of pictures out there for things like that. This is the quickest one I could find, but as you can see,
it goes
you gotta
up.
have.
And this is why you want to sit with it straight back. That's the most important thing. You can be sitting on the ground if you're able to do this, great. Or just sit on the ground just normally, with your legs dangling. Maybe they're dangling in the water or something. Water, I got to say, is a very good conductor. If you're able to be near water during meditation, it is going to amplify it. And honestly, my favorite place to meditate is in the salt bath. So, and you could do this meditation there. I mean, you can, but then you're like kind of laying. I usually use that time for, meditating and communicating with spirit. And that's why I get my ideas, and stuff like that. So with the water is conductive. Water is a living thing. It never goes away. It might evaporate, and then it might rain back, but water never goes away. It's kind of like energy. It just transmutes and transforms into different places, and so it holds a lot of memory. That same water that you're drinking right now was around thousands of years ago. Think about that. It's inside you. It could speak to you, like use it. You know what I mean? So when you're immersed in water, you're getting information just from the water itself. Never mind then if you put salt in it, because that's going to actually use it for protection and cleansing. When you're in salt water, and if you have any sores on your body or anything, scratches or whatever, it clears that right up. It just sterilizes everything, and it's actually very protective. That's why, witches and whatever use the salt around the door and the windowsills, it's for protection. So you're in a nice warm environment, which is going to make you more relaxed. You're feeling safe there. And then you got the water element, which is a conductor, as well as, it's speaking to you with all the information that's in it. And it's a wonderful place to meditate in there. And again, that's free, maybe it costs you a little bit for the bath salts and whatever else you want to have in there, but that's up to you. You don't have to have that. It could just be a plain bath if that's all you have, just improvise, or make it as big and grand as you want. If you have the money, why not have some extra luxurious bath salts and maybe some candles and incense going in there, maybe some meditation music. That would be nice. But these are all extras that if you have the means, great, do it. But if you don't let that discourage you from thinking, oh, I can't do it because I can't afford the CD, or I can't afford this, or I can't afford that. You can do it you just modify it to your own needs and your budget there. You know, like that's just an excuse. Those are excuses. And that's our ego talking, by the way. Okay, ego's always going to talk you out of doing anything good. You don't want to do that diet. Remember how good that cheeseburger is? Come on now, let's have a beer with that too. I mean, we're not going to be sober for that long, are we? You know, come on now. Meditation, what a waste of time. We could have gone out there and done X, Y, and Z, right? That's our ego talking, and it's always going to get in the way. So you got to be in charge here. It's like, you know what? No, I'm in charge of my body. Okay. My ego is not going to dictate what I'm going to do. I know that meditation is healthy for me, and I'm going to pencil that in if you need to. If you're that busy, right? A lot of people with work and, you know, kids and all this stuff that you got going on, it is hard to find the time. Okay. But you need to pencil it in if that's the case. And because it's not just a treat, it's essential for your, not just spiritual walk, but for physical and mental, mind and body. Like, it's all connected, right? And being in the balance of everything and connecting it, and, you know, doing the meditation. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's no wasted time. Okay. When it comes to that, no way. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's, I keep saying is that, you know, I keep telling myself that too. And it's like, oh, I gotta make some time for it. And, you know, I mean, I should do it. And you're right. The ego takes over and says, no, you got more important things to do. That's not an important thing. And,
that's right.
And really, it is an important thing.
It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I know a lot of people are, oh, that's woo woo and that's whatever and whatever. But you know what? You know, going back to like our other channels, when we talk about conspiracy things, and, you know, that's kind of another conspiracy. That's, you know, them telling us as well, you know, like, they don't put importance to it. They kind of gaslight us who are more hippie-ish and are into things, you know, that's a waste of time, that's, you know, only stupid people do that, you know, that's, you know, so that we got that too going on, right? Ego as well as that, you know, it is kind of, so we need to kind of get over that, honestly. And if you're not there yet, research that. You know, there's scientific proof, I do believe, from what meditation can do. You know, they take things from before and after, brain waves. There's all kinds of studies that have done. If you need that in order for you to validate the importance of it for you, then do that. Go and research it. You know, see for yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, we did our thing on brainwaves, and, you know, they did meditation studies on this stuff. And here, I'll bring up a picture on this. You know, brainwave studies, 8-week meditation studies can make your brain quicker. Look at that. You know, I mean, we have the technology to measure this stuff. It's not a you know, something we just made up. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
So
it's not just woo woo. Turns out the hippies were right, actually, with a lot of things. We were talking about that earlier too. You know, they were gaslit as well, but that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, no, they were onto something though. You know, just love and, you know, peace. And wouldn't that be nice if we're just like that right now in the world? You know, we could use a little more of that. You know, our leaders, you guys should write to your leaders and tell them about meditation. Maybe the world will be in a better place right now if they all would do that, if they could pencil that in, you know, in their day, you know. Yeah, talk to people who do it. They're going to tell you, yeah, if it wasn't for that, you know, they don't know what they would do. You know, you can go crazy with everything that's going on in the world, you know, and we need to be able to release it, you know, and this is a great way, because it does get stuck in your chakras. All this fears, like I said, you know, in your root chakra. Then you go up and there's all the different things, right? So everything that you're experiencing, it resides in your chakra. There's residue there from all the traumas, all the things, right? And so if you can clear that out, you're going to feel 10 times better. It's going to be like a weight. It's just lifted off your shoulders, honestly. So I highly, highly recommend it. Yeah.
10 minutes a day. There you go. 10 minutes.
I mean, you can make it, like I said, with the one that I'm doing, the guided meditation there, which you can then just do on your own after you've listen to it a couple of times once you kind of know how to do it. You make it as long as you need, depending on how stuck these chakras are, right? And, you know, so there's no time limit. I mean, unless that's the only time that you have, it's better to do just 10 minutes than nothing. But if you, you know, allow yourself to be able, it's kind of like sleep. Why have the alarm clock on if you don't need to? Just allow yourself to sleep if that's what you want. Same with the meditation. If you need more time, it would be nice to set that, have enough time that you could do that. Like set aside an hour, even if you only need that 30 minutes, you know, but then at least on the back of your mind, you know, that, oh, okay, I'm not in a rush. I don't have to rush through this chakra just because I know, oh shit, I got to be back at whatever, you know what I mean? Allow yourself a little extra time so that you're not feeling rushed, and that ego is going to be in high gear then, you know? So yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you for all that wise wisdom. And, you know, people, make sure you go to Nina's channel, subscribe, like all this stuff, and go check out this meditation video. It explains it all to you, and you can watch the whole thing. Look at the screen, watch the Anakarana thing, you know, go through the guided meditation. It'll be fun. And do it a few times. You can do it on your own. And what do you got coming up? You got Sunday Live coming up there.
I do have Sunday Live coming. Yeah, we got a good one coming up on Sunday here. We're going to be talking about the connection between the Anunnaki and the Elohim. Ooh. And a bunch of other things. We're going to touch on quite a few things in there that I think is going to be very interesting for everyone. But I just want to say, I don't have NinaTheMystic.net, so don't go there. However, I do have a Patreon. So just patreon.com/NinaTheMystic. And if you sign up, you can get a free glitter sticker.
Oh, yeah, I like my glitter sticker. I got mine.
There you go.
There you go, people. I got my sticker.
You get enough glitter in your life, you know, and
right.
Yeah, and join us up on there, because I got a lot of good stuff going on up on Patreon there. But the Antakarana meditation you can find on my YouTube, but also in the description. But later on, it is under a playlist on my YouTube, Nina the Mystic. Go over there and subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell and make sure you share this out.
Absolutely. And remember, people, go out and do something nice. Do that meditation, and then go out and spread the goodness. Do something nice for your neighbor. Say hi. At least wave to them. Doesn't cost you anything. Remember, people, be the frequency you want to receive. And, you know, go out and make it a great day. Thanks, Nina. We'll catch you soon.